Hey guys, can you guys hear me? Hey Dave G, hey Foxy, hey Nikki Lee, hey Tish, Catalyn, Tiger Girl, Amber Alerts, you get up here, girl. Hey Luann, hey Brandolyn, I made you a mod. Are you blue? You should be blue. Hey Purple, hey Sky. Can you guys hear me okay? Hey Jolene. Hey Ginger. Hey bitch.
Hey, bit.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Oh, nice.
What's up?
Not too much. How's your puppy?
Oh, he's good. Yeah, he's acting all right. I mean, he walks with a permanent head tilt and a limp, but he still can run. And you bless his little heart. you know, he's eating. That's all that matters to me is he's eating and wagging his tail. So yeah,
Aw,
yeah. How are you
good.
doing? How's the fam?
What'd you say?
How's the fam?
We're good. I'm
Good.
living with my bestie now, so it's
Yeah.
new. I'm getting used to not having the kids around 24/7, so that part's weird for me.
Oh, nice. I knew
Yeah, I
you
get
I knew you moved. I'm glad it's a good move for you.
yeah, it's lots better.
Good.
Everyone's saying they can hear us good. Hey Tammy.
Hey, Purple and Foxy Lady
Hey Stephanie.
and everyone, Dave G. All you guys.
Hey Ramley Hick. Hey Susan. Kind of new to my channel. I'm loving it. Awesome. Well, I was called the Springer Show from a certain other channel. She said, I did post this to the
Sherry.
members only. Yeah.
Sherry.
Yeah. Where's the beads?
What'd she say?
She called me Jerry Springer Show and she said, they asked her, would she go on my channel? She said, no. She said, no, that I'm classless. Now, mind you, the same people who mock and like mock murder for the very people you're supposedly working for
Uh,
and put down a murder victim and stuff, but I'm classless. I'm the Jerry Springer Show.
yeah, okay, whatever. They have to have an argument back, don't they? So they'll grab whatever.
Hey Susan, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Crazy Train.
Hello.
Hey Mom the Bomb.
What's up,
Hey Amber.
Amber?
You made a live. Yes, you did. Hey YouTube monitors. I
Guy.
love the names.
Me
Yeah, she
too.
was. Yeah, I'm classless. I'm classless, but everything Lana says and does, it compared to Eminem. Oh, she's just like Eminem. Eminem doesn't make fun of murdered children and call them disabled and like, no, sorry, no.
Eminem. That's a weird
Isn't it?
choice.
Yes.
How are you like Eminem though? I'm confused.
I guess she melts in our mouth and not in her hands. I don't know.
Oh wait, she's like Eminem?
She
Is what
said
she
Lana's like Eminem. Yeah. Yeah. They're
Oh.
like Eminem. Hey, babe.
Hello.
Hey man.
Nikki. Hey. Are you blue, Nikki? You should be. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Jill. Hey, Leah. Did I say
I
hi to
co-
Dave?
I co-sign all the hellos she just gave.
Yep. Well, I've been feeling rude because, like, a lot lately, I haven't been saying, because when you say hi, then yeah, everyone says hi to you, and I usually say it individually.
Right,
But
yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, I gave up, and then I gave up and just started saying, "Hey, everyone," but I feel like
Yeah.
that's rude. Yeah, babe, I can hear you.
Okay, good. The more often you show up, the more your name gets recognized.
Yeah.
The more guarantee that you're gonna get a hello, though.
Yeah.
That's true. Good point, best friend.
Yeah, good point, best friend.
So I have a little experience with that.
I wanted you, Shanann, you'll have to talk to her because she's huge into Xboxing. She's a huge gamer and like really good at it. And she kicks all
yeah?
the guys' asses. So I told her she should start a channel gaming, but
Yeah.
we're not really sure how to like do it and everything. So
Do you realize you called me Shanann?
but you know why? Shit.
Yeah. You're on your run a lot lately, though.
I can't help it. It hasn't
Okay,
stopped.
my name's close to her name. I get it. It's gonna happen.
Oh man.
She's thoroughly embarrassed now, so we're good.
Yep. Hey Ronnie. Hey Belle, Andrea. Well, I don't know why I even called you Shanann when I was actually reading Shanae and
That's okay. But yeah, I love to talk to your friend. That's cool. I'm into. Well, I don't do Xbox gaming, but you know, I like games, so down for whatever. Look, it's Liam. I haven't seen you in months, Liam.
For real. Hey, I've learned a lot.
I know I've learned a lot.
You know, I invited I really did. I invited KK up here.
Yeah.
But she's too classy for me.
Yeah. We're just a bunch of classless bigots.
Bigots. Yeah. She's too classy for me. And then also like anytime she goes on anyone's panels, her channel just like grows way too quick for her. And it's very stressful on her, you guys, anytime. And she doesn't know if she'll be going on any more panels because her channel just every time she does one, she's like, whoa, my channel's growing so fast. And it grows fast organically anyway, so I don't really need to do any panels. Babe, how was that? Was that like almost word for word?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this chick is
How
ridiculous.
many subs does she have?
9,700.
Don't you want to grow? Isn't that what she wants to do here? And
Like
that's the
you
whole idea.
think. Yeah, because she runs everything off members. Like you can't chat unless you're a member. You can't ask a question unless you're a
Oh.
member. And even if you ask a question, you better ask a question she feels like answering.
Yeah. then it really is all about that for her. So it's kind of a lie for her to say it like that.
Yeah, I thought the goal was to get as many people as possible. You guys, I have a clip of it, but Mr. Share didn't want me to risk a strike on my channel.
Yeah.
So you members can see it or listen to it, but I just gave you a little skit of it. That's what she said. Hey, AB. And
Right.
Lie detector results are in, and it's been determined she's a liar. Coming up next, we'll reveal the attorney results. And Chris Watts is the father. Wrong show. This isn't Mari Povich. That show has class.
No.
How rude. She's probably listening to this too.
Sherry.
Yeah. KW's last live, I was there. Yeah, Andrea. She does sound like, yeah. Yeah, I was a member until February 5th. I did not renew because I've been blocked. Hey, Brooke.
Brooke.
Hey, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
AB, you're not really late. We haven't really said anything. This is just to catch up with y'all. Archie, where have you been? She won't
Oh,
talk
yeah.
because she can't make money here. I mean, I'll give her $20 to come on the panel. I will PayPal you, KK. Yes, she is too classy to be on my panel, but she can be best friends with people that mock the murder of children.
Mm.
Mhm.
Oh.
I was in that live a while ago when they said you were being mean for asking basic normal questions. I was not being mean. I said, why aren't you answering about NK? I thought I was very nice. I can't remember what else I said, but oh, I told her to stop what she was doing. Yeah, you're caught up. I will do a GoFundMe to come up with money to get KK on this panel. Hey, Kim. Hey, Catherine. She will be bad like a bad smell. Yeah, and they're paying for it, you guys. They are paying to pay to ask a question that might not even get, well, probably won't get answered.
Mhm.
That's ridiculous.
Like per question, you have to pay.
Yeah, so all her chats, you have to be a paid member. And then to get your questions answered, you then have to super chat your
What?
question. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They're
Oh.
paying to fucking pay again to get a question that she don't answer because she doesn't want to answer anything about NK because they're buddies. Do a GoFundMe to go to Denver with them. I should meet them in Denver and because I
Yeah.
don't know Ronnie or anything. I've never talked to Ronnie before. I just make that up because
Mhm.
I need to make up things like that for YouTube. Hey, Dana. They beg, yeah. And also, you know what they do, Shan? They said
What?
they actually go in her chats and they say, who's the next super chat coming from? Who's super chatting next? Like,
Ew.
yeah,
Batter
ew.
up.
Like every 90 seconds. Get your questions answered with a super chat. Who's the next super chat coming from?
That's like e-begging.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
gross. E-begging. Somehow that sounds worse. Hey, Shan, have you ever heard of Live Me?
Uh-uh.
Huh.
Nope.
My best friend does. She did that shit. She was telling me about it. We have to
What
look
is
that shit up. Explain Live Me?
It's a live streaming thing. Well, it's usually a whole bunch of pretty dumbass bitches that sit there and fucking do kissy things in the air. They have no talent. Most of them have no fucking talent at all. They're just brainless dumbasses that are pretty and have perky tits and shit.
Oh, gotcha. Like
Then you get
cam
a whole
girls.
bunch of horny idiots that like to watch them, and it's kind of the same thing with the super chat thing where they want their big gifts and shit, so they'll do extra special kisses and stuff for people to send them bigger gifts. Yeah.
I wish you guys could see her like reenacting what these chicks do.
I
It
know.
makes me laugh
I
so
didn't do
hard.
that shit on me. I was not like that. I mean, I had big boobs and I'm sure they were perky too, but definitely wasn't the airhead.
Oh, that makes me
I
laugh.
don't do kissies.
It's like that Twitch.
So funny.
There's chicks like that on Twitch too that like they're normally like gamer girls, but yeah, they'll do stuff like that for money.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, come on, girls. Hey, Babbling Brooke. Hello, I'm new here. KK wouldn't know what class was, even if I know I'm a little bit trashy, and I'm fine with it. Right, babe?
No comment.
No comment. Okay.
They just got laid. That's all.
All
I'm not
right.
stepping on that landmine, thank you.
And you guys, the person you hear in the background, that's my best friend Callie. I now live with her. You will hear her a lot.
And blood.
She's blunt too, yes.
I like that.
If I pay for something, I better get something in return, but I would never pay to ask a question that I can look up in Discovery.
Yes,
Oh,
Tammy.
that is the best, Tammy. This is why I love you. Oh, I missed.
Look at Dave.
I'm sorry, I missed the super chats because I've been laughing. Thank you, Dave.
And Patricia.
Can I be next to ask a question? I need to get me a Hoover. Dave, be nice. Thank you, Patricia. Who will be the next super chat? No, don't say that.
No.
Y'all. That's you guys are awesome.
She's funny.
I love that we all have the same sense of humor around here.
Yep.
Yep.
Archie, where have you been? Oh, she did delete that. She still, all she could say was, it's very sad what happened when everyone was spreading rumors about the Watts. But then she deleted that stream, which was very weird. And there's been some people saying that, yeah, the Watts aren't working with KK, but I'm really not sure what to believe anymore. You would never dox anyone. Me either. Wait, they changed. Oh, they changed the spelling, right? Of Nico? Why would they change the name of their... That's weird. And they did an ultrasound, right, Dave? And the ultrasound said it was a boy. Because I could see, I mean, it is possible to get it wrong, but usually it's the other way around. They tell you it's a girl because, well, at the ultrasound, like they tell a girl to drink juice or eat some sugar so that the baby will move around so you can see if it has a wiener or not.
If it has a small wiener.
Yeah. And yeah, I know I always thought that was weird because I did know the gender. I did ultrasounds with all 4 of my kids and found out the gender, and I wasn't allowed to do that ultrasound till like 21 weeks, I believe it was. So to know right at 15 weeks if it's a boy or girl, that wouldn't surprise me if they were expecting a boy and it was a girl, because that's way too early. I know that there's a blood test. I know people have come for me because but it's never 100%, guys. Yeah, 20 weeks. It's like 20 or 21 weeks. Yeah. And so it's weird.
You're born a hermaphrodite, which your chromosomes.
Yeah.
So
Shannon said it was a boy to keep Chris. Well, that's fucked up because it was gonna, like, one day that baby would have been born and it would have been a girl, but that's really messed up. If that's true.
Its gender. She wanted to keep it because it's yours.
They can find out sex around 12 and 13 weeks now? Really? Huh.
And everybody's worried about COVID, huh?
Right?
The miracles of fucking science and shit, and
Right, you can tell the gender of a baby at like 12 weeks old, but
I'm gonna go back.
everyone's gonna die from
People
COVID.
should be happy that we have antibiotics and we have the medical knowledge that we have these days in the first place.
Hey, Access. Hey, Teresa. Ashley. Hey, Catherine. Chicks are crazy. Got Tammy Lee. Hey, Renee.
Hey, Renee. Renee.
Yeah, right, Bella? It's usually farther along to find out the sex, but that's weird. There's always a snoring dog when if it's not Zoe, it's Ruby.
13 and 14.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
She's old. She hasn't begun to move yet. She's not like
It sounded
Someone-
digital.
It's digital. Wait, autopsy said the sex was not determined. Right.
Huh.
Hey, Dozer.
going back with my appetite.
What
Do you see that beard, babe?
Mm-hmm. And he puts mine to shame.
No, that's a beard.
Wait, my husband's first child, they thought it was a boy up until delivery, and ta-da, it was a girl. Yeah.
What?
So with my last son, Leland, I had the ultrasound person did it and told me it was a boy, and I was like, okay. And then he was like, no, and he wrote on the picture, he goes, it's a boy or I owe you $100. However, she was 14 weeks, so they may have been able to tell. But how? Was it a blood test or an ultrasound? You're not going to find out at an ultrasound. I mean, she could have done that 3D thing, but even then, you're not. It's not a guarantee. Hey, Ocean Wave. Hey, Crazy Mama. You didn't miss much. Laura Post. Where's your comment above? Am I missing it? Laura, can you say your comment again, please? Oh, wait, I think I found it. Got muted on J for Justice channel last night for speaking about how people lost respect for her channel since she linked up with Lana and KK. I wish I could send screenshots through chat at what she said. I do have an email if you want to send it there. You can tell between, wow, I mean, I guess things have changed. That's crazy. You knew your son was a boy at 14 weeks? Well, I'm learning something new, you guys. And I have kids.
Do I have kids?
Really? So she's deleting you and everything for asking. Nobody wants to answer the hard questions. I'm about to be like Wendy Williams of YouTube and make people answer the shit that you don't want to answer.
There you go.
Yes. Never mute your guests unless they are nuts.
Right.
Yes.
Can't reason with crazy.
This is true.
Hey, excuse me?
I didn't talk about you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put the link, you guys, in the chat. Mama Kim will be here in a little bit. Tanya's gonna pop in. All right, there we go.
Cool.
Hey, Julie.
Thanks, Dave. I don't really stream much anymore, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I miss you.
Yeah, I miss those streams.
Oh, thanks, guys. I miss you too.
Gotta get back at it. When's trivia night, lady?
I'm thinking of doing like a music trivia now because I figured out a good way to block the songs so no one can see them as I play them on the screen. So that would be fun. Name that tune. I mean, come on. Everyone would love that, I think.
Yes. We should do Guess What Ronnie Watts is Saying, too. I think I might start
Oh
doing
my
that.
god.
I'm not kidding. Just like they used to do the Guess What Ozzy's Saying. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Guess what Ozzy's Saying? Yeah. I'm going to do that with Ronnie Watts.
Oh, that'd be awesome. See, I have to
Pretty
know.
Lynn.
How am I going to know what he's saying beforehand though, to even know what the right answer is?
Yeah. Annie, I do know why. Quite a few right people now prefer us to write in an envelope so they can gender reveal. Yeah, I always wanted to have a gender reveal party, but never did because my anxiety is so bad that I couldn't handle it. Even when I was pregnant, I never liked being pregnant because I just I couldn't stand that I had another human being inside me. It was weird.
Well, I guess I
And then
should
I
have
also just I wanted my baby so bad. I was annoyed I had to wait fucking 10 months for it.
So how are you going to handle it when Mr. Shares inside you?
Well, this live just got
Sorry, I had
demonetized.
to.
No, it probably got demonetized a long time ago.
Probably. Well, you're the one who chose to have me on panel.
Because I miss you and I love you.
Oh, I love you.
Well, as far as Lana being with the Watts, it's because she's a dirty little bitch, and let's not sugarcoat things. And she's trying to be a leech for money. Am I allowed to say that? Oh, it's the Springer Show. I just did it.
It's free country.
I feel like I do. I feel like all I'm going to say is she wants money. That's why. It's money.
Money.
It's always money.
What's up, girl?
Hey, Annie Watson. Hey, Jenny.
Jenny.
Oh, weirdo. It's a weirdo raid.
Is it really?
Yep.
Those are coming in with a super chat. Nice.
Maggie.
Aw, thanks, Dozer. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you got cool
If it has a
friends.
Y chromosome, it's a boy. It doesn't, it's a girl. It's how they can tell through blood tests. Oh. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm not exactly sure. Marissa wants to know who Lana is, and I've been hearing the name since I've known you, but I don't exactly know who she is.
So Lana is KK's bitch. Hey, I'm not sugarcoating. Everyone knows this
Who's
channel.
KK?
KK is the voice of Chris Watts, although she hasn't said anything from Chris Watts except for don't watch Armchair Detective. So I'm not sure what she's the voice of, but
right.
It's not Chris Watts because Chris Watts says that bitch is crazy and won't respond to her.
Oh, okay. So that
So
whole
again, yeah.
Okay.
No, she's a liar. She's a scam artist, KK is. She scammed her ex-husband out of $40,000. She scammed like 2 other men, and now she's in the lady pond scamming them too, probably.
Mm.
KK is cray cray.
KK is cray cray. And I mean, I'm almost sure she's watching, or her minions are definitely watching. Hi, Rose. Curious Rose. Yes, she is. I've seen. They're so sick. That's how I felt too. But, well, fuck. Unless KK has something over the Watts, they're still going along with the shit, you know, because actually yesterday I texted Ronnie and I'll post what I said. I said, you need to get KK away from you. There's some weird rumors going around. And he chooses to ignore anything I say to him about KK, but he'll respond to other things. So I can't exactly feel bad, really, because they've had warnings, if that makes sense. She said what? Yes, I hear voices at yahoo.com. Hey, Through the Lens. Hey, Nikki, do you want to come up here? I'm going to post the link again if anyone wants to come up here. This is just the open chat about whatever you want to chat about. KK, anything about the Watts. Think they are afraid of her. I somewhat am agreeing with that. Kelly is not the advocate. I don't know what's wrong with her.
What the fuck is she about? She still exists?
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
She does. She is still the voice for the Rusiks, and that's great for her.
Oh, that's the KK.
Yeah.
Oh, duh.
No, different. Whole different bitch.
Okay.
Kelly isn't KK. Kim Kaufman is KK.
Okay.
Also, Kim A. Hoover.
Oh,
She
the
would be
Hoover.
named after a damn vacuum. I can't with that. Mom says, don't come in my room when my door is shut.
What movie was that?
Scary movie or something?
Scary movie, yeah.
I'm cleaning my room.
Yeah.
I wonder how many guys tried that after seeing that in the movie. I'm thinking that would just end very badly.
I wonder how many guys tried that before seeing the movie.
Yeah, that too.
Dave, you already know. Oh, let's go to Vanina. Vanina. Nina, I've been waiting for you. Hey, Sunny. Hey, Lisa. I think I'd have to change the channel name rather than KTA. Okay, yeah.
Was that a hiccup?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was.
It was cute.
Alana Chick has been mocking Shan Watts for a long time now in a Shan Watts hating Facebook group. Yes, the same Facebook group that is. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. She's letting people know in our group that I'm live. Wait, that looks like Shanann in the picture, doesn't it? For a minute, Marissa, you look like Shanann.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pin curling my daughter's hair, so I'm listening. Pin curls are ridiculously hard. I haven't done that since I went to cosmetology school. No, scrap that. Pin curls are hard, but I'm actually thinking finger waving.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first you meant, because those are hard to do, too.
Fucking
Oh, don't
hard.
even get me started on finger waving. Oh my god.
Finger wave your beard.
You guys see his new logo there, Mr. Shares?
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought you were wearing like a shirt, like a yuppie shirt sweater at first.
Where's True Tim's in here?
I would if I owned one.
Looks cool.
Hey, Kim Wolf. Hey, Cass. I see someone saying hi to True Tam, but I don't see her. So hi, True Tam, if you're in here. Hey, Sheila. Oh my god, that's funny. I'm also from Colorado. Anyone can come up here. Was there falling out with KK and the Watts? There's a lot of talk about that. I don't know how to answer that really, because I don't know how we can really prove it, because there's some people, yes, the Watts have said that. Chris Watts has definitely said that. Nikki, get up here, damn it. And yeah, I'll circle back. I'll have to circle back on that. I am gonna steal that from that girl. That's how White House be answering questions now. The press secretary for Biden.
Circle back.
I'll circle back on that very important question. Oh, I'm sorry. Everyone, Sheila said hello to us and no one said hi back. Or was it to someone else?
Sorry, Sheila.
I couldn't see the chat earlier, so I wasn't saying hi to anybody.
No, Kelly wouldn't be Team KK because Kelly is very much, well, she's Shanann reincarnated, right? So no, she's not Team KK because no way would that like go for Shanann killed the kids, right? So no. I mean, I'll have to give her that. She's not going to be, if you're reincarnated of Shanann and you're allowed to call yourself Shanann, well, I would hope you're not supporting that she killed her children then.
That was sad.
Oh, Vanessa from Ireland.
Hi, Vanessa. And hi, Vanessa from Ireland. I have to see who said that, but somebody said it's 2:30 where they are and they're awake and listening.
Well, they must be in the UK.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's too far. I don't know where. Thank you for being here and listening. Yeah.
It'd be pretty early in the morning for Dave, wouldn't it?
Dave's always up. I don't think that man sleeps.
He's a robot. I knew it.
Kim. Ireland is 2:30 a.m. also.
Oh, Scotland. Sweet Cheeks is in Scotland too. Cool.
Miss Mensa. And Mensa, if you're listening, you can sure come up here on panel and say everything to my goddamn face. Turn your camera on, bitch, and say it to my face right now. I know you're listening.
Oh,
I don't know. You know who you're freaking talking about, and you know exactly, you know who I am. This crazy bitch.
I remember seeing that name in chat before in the past.
I was being nice to her because all of YouTube hated her, but I still gave her a shot because I didn't want to be like, hey, everyone hates you, so I hate you, right? That makes a lot of sense. So I was like, oh, I'm going to give you a shot. And then she acted real fucking crazy, and what did I do? I gave her another shot. But even her emails is bipolar.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Like, yeah, she had me in tears one day. I just couldn't even, like, because she's so stressful. Like, she's just so, I didn't even understand what she was saying. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to attract shit like that doing this.
Yeah, that's true. She was in my stuff for a while, and she was always really nice. And then all of a sudden, one day, she just snapped.
Yeah, and that's what she. Oh, did she really? You name Mom? My 6-year-old daughter just said she wants to be a YouTube star like me.
Oh,
no cussing though. Have a better mouth than I do. That's so sweet. I am not a YouTube star. I am
an aspiring star.
I don't know.
Well, you're doing really good anyway. Look how many people you got in here. It's awesome.
Right? So quickly, too. Like, Cher, it didn't take you long to build this up on your own. I'm really proud of you.
Me too.
It's because I I finally just started being myself instead of
said be yourself.
Good. You're uninhibited now.
Don't be like one of those bitches on live, man.
Well, like Mr.
That
Scher
blowing
says,
bitches and shit.
drama sells, damn it. And I hate it, but it's true. But I actually feel like I'm more like, it's not drama, but I've always been about like,
You're stating your opinion.
yeah.
You're not shy
Yeah.
about it. You're saying what you think.
I
and that's
don't
all
like
there is to it.
asshole people that use other people, whether it's on
Yeah, you
YouTube or not.
defend the underdog. I noticed. I love that
Yeah.
about you.
Mm-hmm.
PK is bullshit. Oh, let me go to Vanina. I forgot about her. Dave, I held off because I knew you all were friends, but you gave me the green light on this. Is that still a go? Because I'm about to shred that bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
shit.
been waiting for a long time. In fact, you guys have to hear Mr. Scher's impersonation.
I
It's
don't
great.
think I should.
I
Vanina?
really think you should. Yes.
It's real. That's just mean.
Go, go, go. Okay. No. Imitation is the best form of flattery. Remember that. So flatter away.
It's but not when you're doing it mockingly.
Beep, beep. Don't do it mockingly then.
This is just a compliment.
Yeah, it's just a live roast.
You just do your thing.
Well, I can't talk like that. Okay, but this bitch lied. And she lied to everyone saying do it. Okay, so I didn't like this girl listening to her ever since actually I heard her talk. I was like, because everybody's an expert, right? But she would never show her face. And then what really, really upset me was Mama Kim had her on the panel, and we had a real psychiatrist on, right? He was not afraid to show himself. We vetted him, like he had a channel. He actually had patients that he was seeing right after getting off the panel. Like, he wasn't trying to hide or lie who he was. So for this person to not show any credentials and just go and say she's this world-renowned attorney in France is bullshit. And she was rude she was trying to act like she was better than he was, and like he didn't know what he was talking about. He had like how many fucking licenses on his wall? Get real. Get over your fucking fake ass France accent too, by the way.
Really?
I'm still not jumping on that Larry train either. But yeah, so then, and then she wanted to talk to me, which that always makes me weird. Like, after, if I'm saying unkind things about people, but then they want to, like, they really care what I think about them, makes me feel weird too. Because I'm like, why do you care? If you're this big renowned attorney,
right.
Why do you care what my small little channel said about you? Like, just because I don't.
That's not a normal reaction.
No, like, it really, really mattered to her that I liked her for some reason. And same with Larry. And I couldn't. But so not only was she rude to Mama Kim's guest, just pissed me off. She was rude on almost everybody's panels, now that I think about it. But then she lied to me, and right at the end when I was leaving, and she said something that I 1000% knew was lies, because I worked my ass off for years on what she fucking said to me. But she used the case that I worked on for a couple years, that we were trying to get her parole over an appeal that's brand new. It was like in the works for a couple years, but nobody knew about it. It's a hidden thing. And I can tell you, the very first woman to actually be free and out of prison today, just recently, by using this special thing, is the Blue-Eyed Butcher. If any of you remember her story at all, I've actually got to speak to her because she was in the same prison with who I was writing. So I've had contact with a lot of different prisoners.
Oh, wow.
And the thing is so this person was in prison. She murdered her husband, but I understood that because I come from abuse, and so I understood why she killed her husband. So I reached out to her, and I saw more to the story than she was just this nasty killer who killed her billionaire husband. you know, I thought about my exes and if they had billions of dollars, what they would get away with, because they already got away
Right.
with almost murder on multiple women. You know, my one
Mhm.
ex is facing 11 years in prison right now for attempt on the life of his ex after me. So I just understood where she was coming from and wanted to
Yeah.
help be seen. So the new thing that was being worked on is called the battered women syndrome. And I bring it up a lot for Chris Watts because I kind of noticed some traits in him, like how he just seemed depressed. He was very, very quiet and reserved. And I seen a lot of videos of how he was treated by his wife. And it was, whether she's hitting him or not, she was very mentally like hard on him. I'm trying not to trash Shanann and say it nicely, but I really think like that was a broken down man from a very controlling woman who did joke around about slapping him and choking him and stuff like that. Like, who knows what happens. It's not always women who gets, and mental abuse is a lot worse than in my opinion, anyway, I'll say that in my opinion,
Mhm.
I'd rather get hit in the face because the marks go away than be mentally abused by somebody, because that doesn't go away and it fucks you up.
Right. But the thing about the physical abuse is they're usually giving you verbal abuse with it too. They're never quiet when they're hitting you, are they?
Exactly. Right. But that's a syndrome. And the blue-eyed butcher had stabbed her husband something like 111 times. And then I can't remember, she chopped him up and buried him in the garden anyway.
Damn.
Yes. Yes. And she did less time than the person I was trying to help. And she's actually currently free, which is recent this year, on the battered women syndrome law, because that was her husband, I believe, was like a cop, but he was very mean, like almost killed her and stuff like that. Like, and so it worked for her. And that's, Vanina had told me anyways, that she did it, and I asked, oh yeah, and as soon as she said that to me, I knew it was a lie, because I know how new that this practice is, and how hard and how quiet this has been kept from people. And when she said that, and then I said, well, how long ago was that, already knowing that it was a lie. And then she said something like it was a decade ago or something. So right away, already, like, you're full of shit, I know that. But then you just
Yeah.
fucking dug yourself even deeper with me by saying it was a decade when that's not fucking true. And yeah,
So she just
it pissed
wanted
me
to
off.
get in and lied her way to get in. For what reason
Yeah.
though? What's the end goal?
Well, guess who started a channel?
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now you will get 100 more fake emails. Is anyone else getting them? Are you getting fake emails? I'm not sure. But yeah, so she lied, and I knew it was a lie, and then I asked her a question to see would she continue the lie, and she fucking did. And then I asked her more. I said, well, can you kind of tell me like about the case? What case was that? And then she she shut me down. She was like, oh, well, you know, I really don't want to get into it and blah, blah, blah. Well, you just brought it up. What do you mean you don't want to get into it?
Yeah, you don't need that around you.
Hey, Emma. Hey, Dawn. And if anyone else came in, hey, Jamie, I haven't been paying attention. I'm sorry. I'm ranting, so I'm like staring off into space, looking for an alien.
Hey guys.
Hey, Betty. Oh, I'm sorry, Betty. And actually, sometime next week, I'm going to have one of my friends on. Over the summer, her and I, we helped one of our mutual friends out of a very bad situation, a domestic violence situation, where she actually had her children taken away and everything because of this guy. And he helped with it, like on purpose to hurt her. It was bad.
God.
We drove her. I was dealing with Watts bullshit and drama as I'm driving her hours away for rehab, actually.
Yeah.
And so she's now fighting our local justice system, who it's been in the papers and stuff for illegally taking children and putting them into foster care, especially when they're under the age of 5 years old, which her children
Oh.
all were. Yeah. And there was a plan set up through the court, but for some reason, when she went to rehab, that's when the courts decided to quickly adopt her children out. So, yeah, I'm going to be having them on next week. Yeah. And then my one friend who, Kayla, she writes now for a local domestic violence paper. And so I'm going to have them come on as well and talk about that kind of. Ruby, are you okay, honey?
That didn't sound good. Hi, Lisa. It's Shan Camp.
You didn't miss much if you're late getting here. Hey, Stephanie. Oh, Shan Camp. Did someone put her link in there?
Yeah,
She got
Foxy
it
got me earlier.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any. Another channel is telling people to stalk people that are in rooms that they think is bashing the R's. I've seen that, and that's wrong. That's crazy. They're actually saying that, and the Ruziks are supporting that shit. It's crazy. This case is just bizarre. Everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
This is so damaging to do to kids. It is. It's not fair either, because my friend Jamie is doing amazing, and I have to. Nobody wants to go to rehab, but bringing her to rehab, like my adult friend who is older than me, and Kayla and Callie, that she's older than all of us by a few years, she became like we kind of had to trick her to even go. It was a good experience, a horrible experience, all at the same time. But she did it because she was doing it to get her kids back. And then to come out of, be told actually, like 2 weeks into your rehab visit, that your kids are being adopted out.
Oh, man.
Or not visit, stay, I should say, but yeah.
Astro Pilot.
You were married to
Morning,
her.
Mama.
Physical and mental abuse. I have never got over it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim.
Very sorry.
We covered that here. I did a domestic abuse live stream, and I should do them like maybe like once a month or something like that. So, because a lot of you guys do come to me and feel comfortable talking to me about it, and I think that's great. But
She's transformed from the cat.
oh,
So now she's the naked woman.
purple hair. Callie's watching anime. Hey, Mama, I gave you the link. Are you gonna get up here?
Remember when it used to be called Japanimation?
Do you remember that?
Mhm.
Japanimation?
Probably a few years before my time.
Stephanie's asking, does anyone know why the police were at Cindy's house? I don't think they were they?
Cindy, no, they weren't. I talked to Ronnie when that was going down. I'm not sure where KK was, but I was in touch with Ronnie. Yes, for real. You can ask Mr. Sher. He doesn't lie. He knows. It was really Ronnie. And there was no police there. It was a flooding in the roads near the Wattses. And no. And Chris Watts was not moved from Dodge. They had a conversation with him the night before everyone started saying that.
I don't know where people get all this shit from. It's weird.
Because nothing can happen in North Carolina or Colorado, or nothing. Like a road can't close, or yep, they're swatting the Watts' house or whatever.
The SWATs.
The SWATs, yeah. Police will block off roads and floodings is occurring. And that's what it was. If you look online, it was a road flooding. Yes.
Good God.
Yeah. And while it's on the top of my head, seriously, Dave and Foxy, Purple Butter, everybody that's a mod, you guys do awesome. On everybody's channel. I'm not even talking about mine, but you all are mods for all of us, and it's because you guys are so awesome. Catherine. You
Yeah, that's
know,
what I want to know.
I'm not sure who reported that. I heard it was I can't remember, Natasha. I heard it was a Natasha. And I'm sorry guys, I've heard of that girl, but I don't follow her. I guess maybe I'm too classy for that one. Yes, the mods are awesome. You know, here's the thing. I would say, I bet too many people were calling the prison, and unfortunately, YouTubers do that. Not YouTubers, but trolls do that from YouTube, because they were doing that to my friend in Texas. They were like blowing up and actually got us in trouble from blowing up all fucking people from YouTube. But maybe they're just unlisting him for privacy concerns to the prison or something, or I don't know. Or they unlisted him because what KK was doing, who knows? Off the list and high profile. Yes, that's true. They can. And especially Chris Watts 2.5 years later is obviously a very high profile case still. So yes, it's very possible. Like I said, people were hounding the prison or something, and so they just unlisted him. So it looks like nobody knows what prison to call and bother at this point, you know? Well, then I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, if he was moved, the Watts were not told about it.
Hey, I'm a fat biatch, AV.
And okay, so I got the okay. Also, there's something I wanted to talk to you guys about. You remember who was visiting before? Everyone thought it was his girlfriend, but a woman named Anna, right?
Sure.
You're like, sure, I don't even care anymore. This damn case Cher dragged me in.
I just don't know it like you guys all do. It's not something that I'm like, damn, I gotta know everything about.
The gamer for the Chris Watts case.
No, please tell. I'm interested.
Misery really does enjoy company, huh, Shan?
Yeah.
Nikki, do you want to come up here, by the way? I'm going to put, anyone can come up here, you guys, if you're respectful or whatever. We don't have to agree. Just, if you want to come up here and chat, that's all it is. Just an open Watts bullshit chat tonight. But, okay. Wait, who was I talking about? I'm smoking pot.
Anna. I'm smoking pot.
Talking about Anna.
I'm eating it.
Anna, okay. Oh, you're eating it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Anna. So everyone was wondering, like, what the fuck happened to Anna, right? Well, I have talked to her a few times, and I actually just talked to her this week. So, and I asked her if it was okay to say what I'm going to say, and it's okay because it's the fucking truth. But everyone wondered what the fuck happened with that situation. Like, Anna was out, all of a sudden there's a leak phone call, and then Anna was getting blamed for this leak phone call on Jay for Justice, and didn't really believe she was set up, but I always believed it seemed suspicious and like it was set up because if you really don't think oops, I think she has love for Chris Watts, like actually loves him. So I don't think she would set him up. You know what I mean?
It cut out like the last like 10 seconds of whatever you said, by the way.
Can you hear me
What?
right now?
Yeah, you sound fine now. It just cut you out.
Okay, so what I was saying is that I never believed that Anna would leak a phone conversation with Chris like that and do that to Chris, because I always believed, and I still currently believe, that Anna loves Chris, still loves Chris.
Okay.
So hey Dot, I just never believed she did that. And talking to her, if you guys like take a minute and just think about the timeline of Anna and that phone call, Jay for Justice, and then Anna not being in the picture anymore with Chris and having a fallout with the Watts family and everything. After that happened, thanks, Dave. You apologize for that. Yeah. I mean, I could see where the mistake was made, but yes, Anna is not friends with Jim, by the way. Okay. But if you think back to the timeline of all of that mess, and then to when KK popped up and Lana and all of that, and now knowing that Jay for Justice is besties with KK and Lana and that. So one day I was like packing my shit up, and I was like, it just like kind of hit me a little, like, I bet this is what happened. So then I went to somebody I always run things by, and she didn't get back to me quick enough, and I was like, oh shit, I have Anna's contact information. I'll just go right to her and I'm gonna ask. And right away she said, how did you hear this? Because I haven't talked to anybody. And I said, I didn't hear it anywhere.
Oh, gave yourself away.
It just all started making sense, because I think about the case way too fucking much.
Right.
But I think more of like connecting the people and why are they involved in this case more than like the discovery at this point.
Yeah.
Like, just, yeah.
Interesting.
So, Jay for Justice, KK and Lana had planned this, and the reason why is because Anna was not willing to go along with their narrative. She didn't want to go along with what was being said. She didn't agree with it, and that fallout happened with them, and that's when the call was leaked, and it was to make her look bad so that Cindy and Ronnie would not want to work with her anymore and push her out, like, and have a falling out with her. So then who does that leave now? Because Anna was technically, everyone was saying, his girlfriend, and Anna was the one having the visits with Chris, not KK, and all the conversations. She got as closer than anyone, than his mom and dad and family, Anna did. Now that Anna's out of the way, KK is on the scene. So if you guys all think back, it just all makes sense. Yes. So what? Anna was married. Yes. The husband, by the way, was also going with her to visit Chris. So remember that he's on the visiting list. They were really trying to help. And yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So Anna is still currently married. I don't know if she's still currently married or not. Nikki, Heidi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
So you guys, you know Nikki, Heidi, whatever you want to call her. So she is in contact and has been friends with Chris Watts. If you guys have anything at all you want to ask while she's on panel, so that it's not me being a third party answering it.
Hello.
Listen, we don't know if she was actually dating Chris, but the husband was going along with a lot of visits. So whatever, that's between, who knows what was going on. No, not a threesome.
That's where my mind went right away, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care. That's not, her marriage isn't
That's private.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Her marriage doesn't matter at all whatsoever to the case. It doesn't even need to be talked about. Only her connection to Chris Watts is what matters, and what really happened, and the truth of that phone call being leaked. And I've always defended Anna, and I will.
Her private life's her private life. It shouldn't be broadcast, whatever happened.
Right. Has nothing to do with it. That would be a boring threesome. Be quiet. Yes. Yeah, they all set her up, you guys. They all set her up. J and K are friends. Yeah. Hi, Jolie. Are you going to be nice to me this time, Jolie? Because you leave nice comments and nasty comments. I never know like what way it's going to go with you. Yes, the dirty threesome, and that is no threesome. That even sounds fun. Like, no. The dirty threesome set her up. This is facts. Hey, Lynette.
Is there a football game going on?
Yeah, it's like the Super Bowl.
Kind of a big one.
It's kind of a big deal.
I got a kick out of it. Robbie was talking about it in his live earlier.
Yeah.
But he was more worried about the halftime show. I thought that was just awesome.
That's all I would be worried about.
That's all I was ever worried about too. The halftime show. It's a fucking mini concert.
I can't believe how much he
Oh, yeah.
He was able to read Yakuya's flash step is simply astounding. His power is much more than that. Flash step is mere child.
Do you guys oh, I know. Nikki.
Yes.
Let's talk. Okay, talk about what Chris told you. Why did Nikki's phone ping at the Watts' that morning at 6:15 in the morning?
Because she was down in the basement getting a crystal.
I shall show you the difference between us.
Hey now, Brandylin. Yeah, me and two of Mr. Share. The bearded one and the non-bearded one. Perfect.
You get the best of both worlds.
Yes. Yeah, her phone pinged. So Chris had wrote Nikki because Nikki had asked him that. And that's what Chris told her.
She wanted some white crystal. I forgot what the name was. And it was in the basement, and that's what she went to go get. Is it true? I don't know. But that is what he told me.
Yep. And at 6:15 in the morning. And Chris, I mean, that could be true because if NK didn't know, Chris could have said, well, they're not home yet. Or maybe like her flight was delayed. They're not home yet. Because maybe Nikki was like, well, isn't she home or whatever. But see, that's why I should have called you Heidi. Now I'm going to get confused with all the NK, Nikki. But it was tell them what Chris says, like how she got into the basement and that like it wasn't an uncommon thing for her to do, right?
No, she used to park in the back because at that time the development wasn't developed, and she'd go through the back. She would never go through the front. There's no cameras in the back, so it's hard to say he was lying if there's no cameras, because she would never have been caught. And the back means a small little gate, wooden thing, so it's not like she had to climb like this big, huge fence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and remember, this is just what Chris said. It doesn't mean that it's true. I mean, we know he's a liar, but this is what was written to her. I've seen the proofs, you guys. I have seen them with my own eyes.
That's what he said, so I guess you have to like, I don't know, hope to believe it, maybe not believe it. I don't know. I mean, she did collect them. She did want it. So I don't know why he'd lie about that.
Yeah.
Glitter puppy.
Hey, how you doing? I didn't know if you saw me or not.
Tanya, I have Nikki up on panel right now, who's actually friends with Chris Watts.
Oh,
And-
okay. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay.
I'm good. Good. Thanks for having me and all that stuff. Hi, Mr. Cher.
Hello.
Hello. And who's the other lady? I don't recognize her. I'm so sorry. I don't recognize the picture.
That's Shan. Shan can't.
Yeah,
Shan.
Oh, Shan. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
You know, it might be a different profile. I'm nuts.
It is.
I have a problem recognizing faces. I don't
Okay.
That's funny. My apologies. But how are you guys doing tonight? What are we talking about?
Usual.
About the usual stuff.
Tanya, so
Yeah.
Nikki, will you say it again to tell Tanya why this is what Chris told Nikki why her NK's phone pinged that morning.
Oh, okay.
He said that she was coming to get the crystal he bought her, and she went down in the basement. That's why she pinged there.
Really?
But she went through the back, not the front.
Oh my gosh. And this would have been right after he had killed his family, correct? I mean, or
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh.
Mm.
Oh wow. No, I assumed she was just stalking him and driving by the house.
Nikki, Tammy Alicio asked, do you think that Chris has any regrets or remorse for what he has done?
Yes. For his children. I mean,
Yeah.
he still loves Shanann. They had
Yeah.
kids together. But he doesn't speak bad of them. But I mean, I hear a lot of things about, his children.
Wow.
Like the memories that, he had.
Now, how do you know him? I'm sorry, forgive me, I haven't the beginning of this, but how do you know him? Is it after he was incarcerated, or did you know them before?
Before.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you knew Shanann.
Yeah, I worked with her at Children's.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss. I really am.
Thank
That's
you.
terrible. Yeah. Oh boy. And I'm sure. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And I do believe he has regrets, I don't think this was totally planned. And I think, it just got out of hand in some ways, as from what I'm gathering from him. So yes, he does have regrets.
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
would think so. I think that's why he confessed so quickly.
I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Robin.
Do you think NK was involved, Nikki?
That's a hard question. I mean, in some ways I do, in some ways I don't. To bury, to dig a hole, to run up those stairs. I mean, it's kind of weird. He didn't break a sweat. He wasn't tired. Digging a hole takes some time.
No, I think he dug the hole a couple days prior. I don't know.
Well, even if he dug it that morning, I mean, that was hours later that he came back to the house.
Right. No, I mean that when his coworkers showed up, they said that he wasn't. I think they said he was sweating a bit, though, and it was a hot day certainly, but he was a little bit more worn out than they thought he should be for the work he had been doing. I don't know.
It's possible. And he still sticks to the same story.
Love
Right.
you, Shannon. Bye.
Bye, Shannon.
Bye, Shan. Sorry I didn't recognize your picture. Forgive me.
Nikki, Catherine's asking, how do you think Chris's mental state is currently?
Not well. Very confused. Not that happy-go-lucky person.
Right.
It totally has changed him. He's not the person he was. And I guess that's would be common for something, you know, like this.
Sure.
Like he's not going to be the person you knew. You know, a lot of
Right.
things change in a person, you know, when things like this happen.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, he's a good well, I guess he's not a good person, but
Yeah.
to me, I mean, he's
And-
still that sweet person. It's just sadly something, you know, bad happened.
Right.
I want to say again, because I see a couple things in chat, but if you guys, she has shown me the proof, like proof enough for me anyway, where I believe what she's saying, or I believe it. Remember, it's what Chris is saying. So whether Chris is telling the truth or not, but I've seen the proof, and she does write to Chris and talk to Chris. I
Sure.
asked her for several different ways of the proof, and she sent it all to me. It's legit.
Sure.
Welcome to True 911 calls.
Oh, forgive me. I'm
Thank you. Thank
I
you,
have no
Lynette.
reason proving, you know, I had no problem proving it. It's just, again, you know,
In today's episode, we'll
we
explore
can't
some
tell
of
you
the
he's 100%
darkest
being
calls 911.
honest.
I'm late. How does Nikki know Chris? She worked at Children's Hospital with Shanann.
Pediatric problems.
What? Problems?
You know, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What, Tanya?
As I was driving home today, I was listening to 911 calls because I go off on a tangent and whatever. But there's this gentleman, well, I don't know if you want to call him a gentleman, but he reminded me so much of Chris. And gosh, what was his name? Here, I got it right here. Hold on. And he actually called 911 stating that it's Michael Miller, I think his name was. He called stating that he killed his wife and his two children. Luckily, the little boy survived, but even his voice sounded to me a lot like Chris Watts. And I'll see if I can find a link to that here. But I know that it was really kind of, I mean, obviously very creepy and horrible, but the boy survived, thank God, knock on wood. But he said that he doesn't even know who he said. He thinks a demon possessed him or something or whatever. And this is all in the 911 call. And my gosh, that man's voice sounds so much like Chris. And so I don't see that, you know, it's an impossible thing for him to have done on his own. In fact, I think that, again, I always say this, Nikki, I don't know what your input would be, but I think that the crime itself was so personal and private that he wouldn't share it with anyone else. I don't see it as being something that he'd want anyone to know, especially not during the crime. He wouldn't want anyone helping him because it was too much of a private act that he wanted to keep to himself, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's what you get from him too, Nikki. I don't know.
In some ways, he's just like really confused. He doesn't know like why. You know,
Right.
I know things are bottling up for him, you know, a whole bunch of
Sure.
his life was not the greatest. I mean,
right.
Yeah, and I think he just snapped.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
wasn't sure really what to do or where to go from there. And I think it was like kind of like in a nightmare, but you can't wake up from it. Like you don't know reality anymore.
Sure.
That's what he makes it sound like, is like, you know, once it happened, like he didn't have reality. He didn't know what to do. I mean, everyone says, why didn't he call 911? Well, like he said, you don't think of that.
Right.
He wasn't in his right frame of mind.
Right. And I think that to Chris, everything that matters would be appearances and the way he appears to everyone and how he'd appear to 911 if he called them. And does he admit that he tried to smother the babies first and then that didn't work or whatever?
He's never admitted the children. No, never.
Okay. Wow.
And Nikki, Access Denied is asking, has he talked to you at all about, did the girls die in the home or at the job site?
He says home, but he didn't do it, so I don't know. You would think if they died at home, their rigor mortis would have been more than it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of times you hear Chris when people ask, even currently, he says, well, wasn't this in Discovery? So, I mean, you can kind of guess he's playing games with everyone, because I always thought it was weird, like, he doesn't know what's in the evidence, but I actually
Right.
do think he knows, so who knows? Again, he's probably lying even to Nikki. No offense, Nikki, but I mean, who knows what he's telling the truth on just to save his own butt at this point.
Well, I don't
Correct.
think he can save his own butt, but
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I believe he's telling part truths, and okay, I saw a bunch of questions.
You could
I don't
just never
think the
tell.
rigor would change much.
Yeah,
like Mama Bear
Shanann did
said.
work at Children's Hospital, you guys. She did.
Did you keep in touch with the family? I mean, prior to, after she was no longer at Children's and then leading up to the murders, or did you kind of lose touch with them, or?
I still speak to the Watts.
Okay. And I mean, with Shanann and Chris, were you one of the people that went out with them and went to do little things here and there, or
Yes.
did you? Okay, good. Okay.
I just didn't sell Thrive. I don't believe in Thrive.
I don't either. I know. Sorry, Robbie, if you're out there, but sorry. Oh my gosh.
It's not been tested, so you have no idea really
What's in it,
your
right?
body.
Right.
Now, did he have a mental issue that no one knew about, and did the Thrive enhance it?
Sure, maybe.
There's no way to tell. I mean,
Yeah.
If you have anxiety and you take it, does it make your anxiety worse? Are you more on edge?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either, and it doesn't seem like you'll ever get that answer unless you can find people that have been diagnosed with certain things.
Right, and I mean, I see him as a possible covert narcissist. I don't know what his actual diagnosis would be, but I don't. I mean, because that nice man next door, I believe, was all an act. I don't think that was really him, and I think the real him came out that night. That's what I see, and I think that he may have premeditated it. At least by a week, perhaps.
I guess it's possible, but I think somebody's put it in his head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really think it was something was mentioned, and after a while, maybe he figured that was the way. I don't know.
Oh, Nikki, tell everybody what he told you last week about KK.
That she's crazy. She's insane. He doesn't talk to her no longer. He stopped talking to her like over a year ago because she was very pushy and controlling in some ways. He couldn't hack it any longer.
And so you guys wonder like where she got the recordings and where she got some of her stuff. Yeah, they were in contact, but not currently.
No.
Which is why it's like, where's all the letters? Why are you not reading letters? Why aren't you like he should be writing letters?
Well,
like,
she can't.
Responding to questions.
She can't prove it.
Just well, she can't. Right, and she can't really share his letters unless she has his permission.
But that's what illegal. He's saying. You would think that he would give the permission because he told everyone, don't listen to Armchair, and her channel is I'm the voice of Chris Watts. This channel here, no other channel.
I don't know.
Yeah. If she was a spokesperson for him, why is she charging? Supposedly, you would think that if he said, hey, can you do this for me? I don't think he'd want people charging, at all. I don't think that's, for one, he doesn't get a penny out of it anyway. But to be a spokesperson, you would think that, she would just be going out there doing it for free, saying, hey, this is what Chris said, or hey, this is what Chris said, or here's my proof. I believe, because I know they don't talk, I think this was a way of scheming people out of money because everybody wants those answers to those questions. And right now she's into that blood on the suitcase thing. So
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe someday everybody will know the truth.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I mean, I'm still going with his final confession that he made to that author lady. Kim is here. Hi, Kim.
Mama.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hey, you.
Unjustified in the house.
Hey,
Hey,
ma'am,
Mama.
I've been listening. Hey, son-in-law. I've been listening.
And no, who says Susan? No, he has not admitted to her of killing the children.
Nope, never.
And
Wow.
hi, Gina.
Y'all want some chicken and dumplings? There's plenty left.
Oh, I make
yes,
that.
Be right
Do you
there.
make drop dumplings? I make them drop dumplings.
I do too. I like them big fat ones. I don't like them little rolled out
Shiloh.
ones.
No, I don't either. Yeah, no
You
way.
guys. Okay, never mind.
With some buttermilk. Honey, they're good.
No, I don't. I use whole milk. I don't use the buttermilk.
Well, I use whole milk and in with the broth, but with the dumplings, I make them with buttermilk.
Oh, see, no, I just use regular milk and then chicken broth in it. From the big
Oh
pot.
God,
And then,
you're gonna have to
yeah.
try it with some buttermilk. That's sourdough dumplings. Oh my
will.
goodness, they
I
so
will
good.
try it next time. Absolutely. My husband won't eat any carbohydrates, so it's hard to do something like that, but my kids will.
Yeah, Lord, we eat us some carbs around here now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
we-
do too. I try
I
not
did.
to.
I made
but-
cornbread with it. I just sure did. I made cornbread with it too. Sure enough.
Now, see, I make cornbread with chili or beans. If you ever do
chili.
a beans cornbread thing, I do that. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
always put a little bit of white or yellow cake mix in the cornbread.
Really? See, I
oh,
can't
it's
stand
awesome.
sweet cornbread. I don't like sweet
Oh, I
cornbread.
love sweet
it's
cornbread.
sugar sprinkled
Mm-mm.
over the top right before you put them in the oven. Nom, nom.
Oh, I just can't do no sweet cornbread. Now the grandkids love it, but I like bacon grease in it.
Well, I put that in the beans, but not in the
You guys are making
cornbread.
me hungry. Stop talking
I
about
know,
food.
right?
Lord, I'm full as a tick.
I
tell
bet.
you.
Oh my gosh. You're funny. You're a good cook, I bet. I'm sure.
Hey, just
Okay,
southern,
guys, I'm
southern,
going through the
southern.
questions. Mama, do you have any questions for Nikki?
Oh,
Friend?
Nikki. What? Nikki?
Nikki.
Which
Nikki, up
Nikki?
here. Nikki, you know her real name, but we're not saying it.
Nikki. Nick. Let me think. Oh, hell yeah. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah.
And Shiloh, hi. Wow, missed you.
Hello. So pretty. I love her.
Lord, you know what's crazy? If y'all ever did this, you got a million questions. And then when you're at a point that you can ask them, you can't think of a damn one.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you guys have more questions for Nikki, I know I missed some. I'm sorry. I keep scrolling.
Hey, you're fine.
I heard somebody ask her a while ago, and I know that was one of my questions too about NK's involvement. It sounds like she's sitting on about the same fence we are on that. As far as
Mhm.
planting seeds in his head and all such as that.
right.
Maybe, helping with some aftermath stuff, but that sounds like she pretty much done answered that because that was one of my questions. If it gets loud over here, it's because of that football game they're watching in there.
Well, thank you for putting up my link, Foxy Lady. So sweet.
Foxy is awesome.
Oh, isn't she awesome? I know.
Hey, get up here. I know you, weirdo, will have questions. Get up here and ask them.
Who?
Oh,
Foxy?
Debbie has a good one.
Which one, babe?
Has Chris ever heard from NK, or does he still talk about her?
No,
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't talk to her, and his feelings have changed against her.
Okay. Well, I would assume. Yeah.
I know he wanted to talk to her, but that never happened. And when I talked to him about it, because I asked him the same question, you were so in love with this girl, and he said not any longer.
Mm.
Is it the truth? I don't know.
And thank you, Foxy Lady, for putting up my book link too. That's awesome. You're so cool. But now, I had a question too, and then my own mouth took over my mind, and I don't remember what I was going to ask you. But does he say that he did this because he wanted to be with Nicole?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay, he
He does
doesn't
not-
say that, but he did say that in his confession.
Right.
Nope.
He actually said that to the people that went out to visit him
Yeah.
in Wisconsin too. Yeah.
So now he's saying that that's not why he did it.
That's what he tells me. I asked him. I mean, I
Huh.
know
Yeah.
I've heard him. He said it, through different
Yeah.
things, but he's
Yeah.
never said it to me.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. To know that he's changed his thought process on his own why.
He just said a lot of things were just bottling up, and he just couldn't take it. He didn't know where to turn. He didn't know where to go.
Right.
We didn't see any signs. I mean, if we did, I'm sure, a lot of us would have intervened, but
Right.
he
Right.
wasn't an open book. He didn't say, well, hey, I have problems and
Yeah.
I can't take it. He always,
Yeah, well, I don't think either one of them was. They kind of kept that stuff behind the scenes.
And no one knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that there was trouble I know you mentioned that they didn't have a good marriage, but did you know that they were going through the most recent thing when he was pulling away from her? I mean, did Shanann tell you about any of that, or did she just tell a few friends?
no, she would talk about it like when we were all together and like Chris was upstairs or whatever.
Okay. Wow. That
She
poor
wasn't
girl.
a bad person. She definitely had a different kind of personality,
Right.
Not going to say it's a bad thing.
Well, I mean,
Well,
Shanann
yeah.
herself
Talk
said,
about that.
she said, I'm controlling. I'm too controlling. She said that herself.
She knew it, right? You always know if you are, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
bunch of
it's-
things she would say that she put him through hell. She tortured him and stuff
She
like
was
that.
telling y'all the truth. That's the funny thing. I mean,
Yeah.
she was telling the truth. I mean,
Nikki, you should talk
Right.
about you and I when we were talking about tell them how Shanann kind of changed after Children's Hospital and that like how she wasn't always like that.
when she worked at Children's, she was really nice. She didn't have that high ego, high maintenance kind of personality for some reason. I actually thought she was a better person then. And then,
Yeah, but she wasn't selling Thrive then, was she?
no.
Right. I always wondered did the Thrive
I mean, do
change
you
both
think?
of
I
them?
think that her. I don't know.
Later on, she started becoming, sadly, like the spotlight always had to be on her. Like if you had a problem, it didn't matter because it had to be about her.
Really?
I've kind of noticed that in the text, and
It was weird. Like you wouldn't think somebody could change that much. Like she was a nice person, but then her ego got very high very quickly.
well,
Because she
the
was
people-
selling so much, or
Well, I think it's also because of the people she was hanging with. And I'm not throwing any stones here. I'm just saying, look at Christina Meacham, look at Addie Maloney. Their lives are like
Yeah.
big, bold as, living large kind of thing. And, I think they just kind of made her, she wanted that lifestyle, and I think she kind of maybe started mimicking them, you think?
It's
Yeah.
possible. I mean,
Yeah, if she wasn't that way before. But then
You
when
said
she
it
got
keeping
it,
up with the Jones.
no, she was fine in the beginning. It's just
yeah.
once they got into this selling market scheme, it was like maybe she had to put that persona on. Maybe that's how
That's
she
true. That's
was
true.
able to, sadly it started to affect other parts of her life. Maybe she didn't see it, or maybe she was raised that way. People that say, her mother was kind of a controlling person herself, but
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the beginning. I mean,
So I'm wondering, the way I look at it, the way I wrote her in the book was that she wasn't really that saleswoman, and that she was actually a very shy person who she had to put on a persona in order to do the sales. That wasn't, even just looking at her videos, I see this very shy girl trying so hard to be outgoing and loud and boisterous and pushy, and I don't think that was really her. I can't. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I didn't know her, of course, but I don't know.
I think you're pretty well correct. I think she was shy.
Yeah.
But you hang out with the wrong people, or
Oh yeah.
Right.
those things mean.
I mean,
maybe
they
that's
wear
what you
off
had.
on you. I mean, you can hang out with someone. Well, and y'all probably all did it too. I know damn well I have, just from reading the Discovery, reading all the like. Hell, I started doing it.
I have done that too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what? People wear
my.
off on you. I mean,
Yes,
you remember
they do.
they really do. Like when you were teenagers and your best friend, it's like you and your best friend ended up doing the same things at the same times without even knowing.
Definitely.
They just wear off on each other, and
You do wear off. Exactly. And I think that, I think I used to say like a lot when I was a teenager in Southern California, but I stopped it because most adults don't really talk like that. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Jessica, I think so. Yeah.
But then you get a divorce, you get a separation, you work out something, you don't kill your family.
Yeah. I still don't believe that it was something Chris would have done if it wasn't for people being in his ear.
I totally agree.
I think he would have been fine with the divorce. I definitely believe this was planted to him to do.
I don't think so. Like I said, I think it's a private thing that he wouldn't do or couldn't do in front of anyone else, or even with anyone else's knowledge, because he was so concerned what everyone thought of him, because he could never really be himself. And I firmly believe he lacks emotions. I don't think any emotions that I've seen from him are real. I just can't get over that.
I don't know. I think he had seeds planted in his head, and I don't think the seeds were just damn straight coming out and telling him you need to murder somebody. But I think he took it as that, but then I don't know. I'm on a whole different ball game now. This last weekend and things I've been looking at, and oh my goodness, my whole brains went almost in a different direction.
A different theory, you think, or?
Well, just looking at different parts of the Discovery, and then going back and checking out interviews, and just kind of piecing things together, and it. I don't know. My mind's just went on a totally different path. It's so odd. I can't even explain it.
Things kind of make sense.
Yeah, I was listening. Well, for the last few days, I've been trying to clean up Ronnie's interview, right? And it, it's hell to understand him. And I was even going to try to do subtitles, and I'm like, oh God, before I could even do that, I'm going to have to run it through 3 different softwares, and I already have, trying to compress it, noise reductions, all kinds of stuff, And I've got it now to where I can halfway understand it. And what gets me is he's talking about that other girl. That is damn sure the first thing he said, man. One of the first things he said. And then he flipped it around and he said, I mean, Shanann, swear to God, you guys will hear it when I put this video out there. It's as plain as day. Not kidding.
My Wi-Fi died.
What other girl, I mean, I'm still trying to compress and get it to where I can understand it, but he definitely said that. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy.
Oh no, I didn't want to highlight that. I don't even want to talk about that. Hang on.
Yes, scrutinized for everything, and that's a shame. She's a victim in my head. I mean, that's all she was.
Who?
Shanann.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Cares what tiny little things that she did that some people don't like. Everyone does little
It's
thing.
interesting. A lot of you think that Ronnie knew NK. Well, there was a phone call from NK to Ronnie's phone, right? So
Oh yeah, he definitely did. And
yeah.
I mean, he sat there and talked a long time about him and Chris talking about him and Shanann getting a divorce in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I mean, he knew. I mean, he's told us
I've
he didn't
seen
know. He
in
did.
the chat, Stephanie Roberts has been asking over and over,
Oh,
is
what?
he actually trying to file the 35C, or is that just KK saying that?
That's KK saying that.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
To file a 35C, you need an attorney, and let me tell you something. KK is claiming that this, like, whatever attorney they're gonna get, and supposedly she's been going around telling people it's Jose Baez, but whatever attorney they're gonna get has to put everything through her, and that's not going to fucking happen.
And who's going to pay for this lawyer? I mean, if you
They're doing a GoFundMe for $500,000.
Well, I think that someone like Jose Baez would take it for free.
That's what I said.
Yeah, totally. I think
course he
Jose
would.
Baez is a flim flam man who could be he's all
Okay,
out
in
for
Rhonda's case, remember Tanya, in Rhonda's case, he said,
Yeah.
just give me a $10,000, and he was even willing to take
Retainer.
an expensive painting from this person, and said we would work it out because he knew that she was a high profile case. He knew there was going to be money in it.
and more attention
You
paid to
don't need
Jose
to raise
Baez.
half, right? And also, he did Aaron Hernandez's case pro bono. So
Sure,
I'm sorry,
exactly.
do
But
not
he
go
can't
fund
practice in a different
bitches.
state, though. He's licensed in Florida. I don't know that
Right.
he's licensed anywhere
Exactly.
else. He cannot. I know from my attorney that he cannot practice in any other state.
Right, exactly.
So I don't know that Jose
Thank
could
you, Paula.
travel to Colorado or wherever.
Yes, she is. She is only doing it for money. Absolutely. That's why you have to pay for everything. And you notice, like, it's Chris Watts' voice and blah, blah, blah. But when she's talking, she doesn't say, like, Chris, like, a lot. It's always me, mine, my channel,
Wow.
me, mine. It's like, what?
Wow.
Dave, you're right.
I don't know her. I don't
He
know
agreed.
KK.
He agreed that he was of sound mind and he understands everything that was thrown at him. That's very true.
I think he can possibly claim ineffective counsel, but I don't know if he can do that if he took a plea deal. I don't know what his options would be. I think he's out of options, really, unless they can provide proof that another person did do it and his confessions were false.
From what I read about that, he can apply for the 35C based on ineffective counsel, regardless of whether he pled or
Yeah,
not.
doesn't mean it'll be granted, but yeah, he can apply all day long.
Nikki, do you
He
think
cannot
that Chris...
apply for the 35C based on new evidence if that evidence could have been discovered before he was convicted.
They're not going to grant
So
it.
the ineffective counsel is pretty much his only shot if he was going to go for it, but I highly doubt he even knows about it. I think it's just something people made up.
Well,
right.
Okay, you're right. Okay, I see. I don't know.
Angie's asking, do you think that, Nikki, do you think, or have you heard Chris say anything about money or KK putting money on the books for Chris at all, or?
No. I know his family does, and I don't remember the guy's name. It was his friend from North Carolina. I know he does. But and of course, a lot of his fans do, but I've never heard KK giving money to the Watts or giving it to Chris.
Right. And I haven't either, you guys. I've brought it up to Ronnie. I haven't heard of it. It's my belief in my questioning people that the money is all actually going to her.
She said it in one of her lives because someone asked her what she was doing with the money that people were doing like super chats with or whatever, and she said the money was hers, nothing to do with Chris or anything else. It was going in her pocket.
Yeah, it can't really go to him. None of it can go to him.
And Paula, do you have any questions? Since you sent that super chat, do you have a question? Because we will answer it. Chris can't sue. He would have to. No, KK can't file anything. She is not a lawyer. No.
Right.
KK's
You really think a
jobless.
lawyer would be putting all this shit all over YouTube? Like, I mean, no. She doesn't
No.
know what she's doing. It's all about money. She's deleting shit. Oh. How is KK making money but not giving them money, or at least giving him commentary? They don't want it. And here's the thing. That's not uncommon for prisoners. Let me remind you, Chris Watts's books are always at max anyways. Chris Watts is not a bad looking man, and women flock to that. So
Ew.
he will have women from all over the world putting money on his books because look at the case. Like, oh my gosh, I give him, like, you know, they'll feel close to him, whatever, trying to get his attention. Chris Watts's books have been at max since he's been arrested, you guys. So no, he doesn't care about money. And from my experience with prisoners is they honestly just want the help and the families. With the other case I was working on, I was the one who went in and said, why are you doing all these interviews and shit for free? Get money for it. Like, hello. And I'm like, they're destroying your name. They're destroying your daughter. And they're like, for free? No.
No.
And, you know, a lot of them just want the help. They want to put all of these things out there to see what's going to stick that could possibly help their situation. And that's what KK is doing. And I'm going to tell you, it happens a lot. They are going to have a falling out if they haven't already. It is going to happen because there's going to be somebody else that comes along that maybe sound a little smarter and catch Chris's eye and it's going to talk the parents into helping, and KK and Lana will be pushed out too. This is a game that prisoners, especially prisoners that are in there for life, do. Because what are you going to do all day? Chris is plotting every day, like, I want to get out of here. And he said it. We've all seen that he puts that in the letters. Like, if I don't have to be here for the rest of my life, like, I don't want to be. Like, he wants to get out. So he's putting all of these things out there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
KK's playing a very dangerous game with how close she got. Let me tell you, with the people she's mixed in with, dangerous. KK.
Oh, I wish I knew more about her. I don't.
Exactly. Flock to Ted Bundy. And I'm telling you guys, it's the truth. When I didn't want to go along helping this woman for years, and because I didn't want to go along with the narrative that she wanted, it was on to the next person. Well, actually, she currently has nobody helping her.
You mean Rhonda?
Yeah.
And we were writing a book about her, too.
Yep. Yep.
Night, Jenny.
Damn it. I was trying not to say her name.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You know me. I'm losing my voice. Otherwise, I'd be sticking my foot in my mouth a lot more than I have. So.
Yeah, he's to max on his books. He can do all the calls, everything like that he wants. But unfortunately, a lot of the families just care about help. What, babe?
Joey Lade said.
Damn, have you seen his teeth?
Who?
I'm getting out of that topic.
Whose teeth? Oh, that crazy guy. Yeah, the. Oh God, I was out there. Oh no.
Yeah, no. I've heard these women thinks he looks good. What in the actual hell do you see in this dude? I mean, damn, he don't look good.
Who, Chris? Oh my gosh.
No, I'm talking about Richard.
Oh, Ramirez, scary guy. I remember he was caught when I was a kid. Yeah.
How does people? I don't get how he looks good, man. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well,
I
they all
really
have
don't.
those shark eyes. You know, they have that weird tilt to their eye. I don't know. A lot of serial killers have those shark dead eyes, like Chris.
Nikki, was there a change in Chris when he lost his weight? Is that when he started changing? When he started losing his weight and looking
I
better?
didn't see
Yeah.
a change.
You know.
Not in his personality or not. No, I didn't. He was always very quiet. But he didn't like think he was all that or anything like that. He seemed normal to me. Like it didn't change him.
And Chris told you he was not ready currently to go for a 35C, right?
Right.
Something about waiting 2 years or something, right?
Something
I don't
like this. Something like that. He was, you know, he's thought about it, but he's not ready for it. You know, he's not in no rush, as Kate was saying, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I know he goes to the law library, you know, he's been checking that out.
Right.
You know. But, you know, even I told him, if you're going to do it, you need a lawyer. You can't go by these people that have
Stephen
no
Avery
background.
has women waiting. Yep.
I mean, KK's not going to get him out of this. I mean, there's no way to get him out of this. You know, even if they can prove that he didn't kill his kids, he's still going to get life in prison. There's no way. He just won't get 84 years life in prison, you know?
Catherine, are you... Go ahead. Sorry? What?
Nothing.
Are you talking about Mel Proctor? I mean, she's awesome. She is actually close to the Watts family. I don't think she's close to Chris in any way.
No, he's never getting out, Angie. Mama, thank you. All right, you guys, you have 5 minutes because I was going to end this at 9:30, but Mr. Sure has work in the morning and I got to see him before he goes to bed. So 5 more minutes if you got any questions for Nikki. I'm sure she'll be back, but... Or for Tanya, or for Mama Kim, or for Mr. Sher. Foxy, I just said, I had heard something about 2 years. I'm not sure if that's what he said, but he said he wasn't ready right now, that he needed some more time. I don't know where the 2 years came from. My mouth doesn't shut up sometimes.
It is for those less felonies, the ones that's not the murder charges. He only had 3 years to appeal those. Yeah, and it's actually less than 2 years now. But yeah, I mean, that's what it was. He had 3 years to put in any kind of appeal for anything that wasn't a Class A felony, I believe.
Yeah, for the murders, he can wait 20 years to file 35C if he wants.
Yeah, I got you, Dave. I need to be doing that. I agree.
Oh, thanks, BJ. Oh, and Dave, I was going to tell you, I got your message and I was going to respond. You can block whoever you think needs to be blocked. I totally trust your judgment. So if there's anyone and you think they need to go for it. Or if I need to know who it is, can you block people? You tell me who and I'll make sure they get blocked. I trust your judgment. What's the book called? Are you talking about Tanya's book, No Inclination?
Yeah, it's No Inclination.
The best book on the Watts case out there.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Tanya, you got to get with me.
I know, we do.
That thing narrated for you.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it behind the scenes. How would you have to? Well, yeah, well, I'll talk about it later. Thank you. I can't wait to hear how you'd read it. I can't wait to hear that.
I read the prologue the other night, man. It was like, oh God, yeah,
I know.
we gonna really be narrating this book.
Oh gosh, I would love it if you can. You know, there's a lot of different characters in the book, and I trust you can switch personalities quickly.
Head into November. Wait, babe, is there a timeline on when to file the 35C?
It depends on the crime. The murders, they're Class 1 felony, there's no time limit.
I think they're getting that from
There's time
KKG.
limits for filing appeals, not for the 35C, but
Right.
only for the murders.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
For the lesser crimes, there is a time limit.
Yes.
And Gina Martinez, yes, you can get my book on No Inclination on Kindle right now. Absolutely.
Blue Water says, did Chris say he saw NK in the basement? But I know that, and so has NK. Did Chris catch NK in the basement, or he's seen her in the basement, or what? I guess what's the question? She has been in the basement with him before, right?
Yes.
Did she
And-
smoke?
Yes.
Like, that's what I was
But I
thinking.
think
Yeah.
you might want to ask Ronnie that, but I think that the cigarettes that were found in the basement were actually Ronnie's.
Oh,
Find out for sure. They were his brand or whatever.
Ronnie's.
Yeah, Ronnie
Oh
Watts. Because they
my
stayed
God.
with them in the basement.
oh,
They hadn't been there in a long time, right?
I know. Right, but there was
but-
a lot of stuff that was left there from whoever had spent time living in the basement.
Yeah.
And I think that I think it's actually mentioned, oh my gosh, I don't know if Ronnie said it to someone or it's in a book, that they were his cigarettes because he smoked that. It's some menthol cigarette. I don't even know what the heck it is, but
What kind of man smokes menthols?
That's what I was
an
about
old
to say.
man.
Was they
I mean-
menthols? Because I just don't see him being a menthol smoker. I just, I
Okay,
mean,
so-
seriously.
if it's not his, then Ronnie would cover and say somebody else's was. Well, I can't say that right now. Damn it.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it'd
I
be
really-
a long. It's been a long damn time since Ronnie had been there. So I'm thinking, Nicole's been there since then.
Sure.
She would smoke menthols.
No, she definitely would. I mean, you can even hear
Yeah.
it in her voice. That. the
Oh,
whole-
I
Hey,
know.
hey,
I
kid,
can
if I
hear in your voice you smoke menthols.
Oh my gosh, she
No,
does sound like a
seriously.
much older woman.
Swear
Yeah.
to God, when I smoked and I would smoke a menthol, I couldn't freaking talk.
Oh my
It
gosh,
sounded
that's
like,
so funny.
yeah.
Now we're done.
I mean, I'm
it's
serious.
appreciated.
Anybody out there that don't smoke menthol, they know what I'm talking about.
I
Oh,
used
how
to.
funny.
TBC, what up, dude?
Nubs. Thank
What?
you.
Aw.
Ronnie quit for Chris.
That was cocaine, wasn't it?
Yeah, cocaine.
Mary, I think that, and I could be wrong. I don't want to misquote anyone, of course, but I do believe they mentioned that it was Ronnie's brand of cigarettes that was in the basement, and they had stayed there. Whenever they did, both sets of extended family, both grandparent sets would sleep in the basement. And I believe it was, and anyone who wants to call, talk to Ronnie and ask him what brand of cigarettes he smokes, I could be wrong. I could have been dreaming it all up, but I'm pretty sure I saw it written somewhere that they were Ronnie's.
They're my happy guy.
Oh,
I can't
Randy.
stand him.
Randy does. Oh, God. I cuss him all the time about it.
Oh gosh, I know.
Oh, God.
Did you guys know? I don't know what time Mr. Share does though, but tomorrow night we got Save Robbie, Mr. Share, Mexi, Seeking the Truth with Dave, all guy panel on the Chris Watts case tomorrow night on Mexi's channel.
Yay! Oh, that'll be so cool. Oh my god,
Yeah,
It
it's gonna be
is.
fun.
they're all
It
gonna
is.
do. That is so cool. What time?
I'm not even sure. I think it's like 7:30.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Mr. Share planned this all up with Mexi.
That is so cool. Yeah, they're great guys. All those guys you mentioned are awesome.
Yes.
Well, hopefully it works, and then we'll just rotate and put it on different channels, and hopefully get some other
Ooh.
guys in there too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
And do it like once a month.
Yeah,
That'd be
not
really
all
good
the
because
time, but once in a while. Yeah.
it's all saturated with women out here in true crime, and there's a few of you guys out there, but not many.
I'm with you, Belle. That's what I'm thinking. If they've been there that long, as OCD as Chris was, and Shanann, they would have thrown them away. They wouldn't have
You
them
think
down
so?
there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because the kids could get a hold of them. Just,
You're right. You're
I
right.
think those would have been
Yes, on
ditched.
YouTube.
I do think those were Nicole's.
Mexie's
Lynette.
channel tomorrow night.
Yeah, Mekkcee. It's spelled weird.
Mexie, yeah. It's not even.
Check
That's
out
not
the
his first
livestream
name.
when it's done. You guys go put the bell on for that stream. It's gonna be good. Mr. Shear will be
Oh, yeah,
wearing a
we're gonna have to
turtleneck and hiding the beard.
Oh, was it Frank? Foxy, who said that? Octavia said
Hey,
that Frank
Casey.
left his SIGs and NK was maybe it was Frank and not Ronnie at all. Is that possible? I don't remember. I'm really bad for an author. You'd think I don't have any memory whatsoever, so I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna be
Okay.
good tomorrow night.
It is. But I love you guys. I gotta go.
Love you. Well, thank you for having me, and I love all you guys up there. And have a good night, everybody.
Not everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Love you
Thank
guys.
you. Love you guys.
Love, 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 love.
Bye.